names. It was a well-known fact that you would willingly help anyone who asked. Gaynor Smith only got through her maths exam because you coached her for weeks beforehand. You let us all copy your homework if we hadn't done it, even if you got into trouble for it, and you never boasted. Look at us two. We've always got on like a house on fire, despite the fact that I only have a run-of-the-mill degree and less than half your ambition. You've got everything going for you, looks and brains. Why don't you just steamroller people? Walk over a few dead bodies to get to your goal, if that's what you need to do. Wear blinkers and ignore people who annoy you on the way. Joanne laughed. I've tried to ignore people, but it doesn't work. It just makes me unhappy to know I'm disliked. I wish I were like you. You're so contented and happy-go-lucky. No one would ever peg you as work-orientated. But I am, in a less obvious way, darling. My colleagues are unaware that they are being manipulated. I may not have such a super brain or be as good-looking as you, but we all have to make the best of what we've got. It would make a world of difference if you just relaxed and didn't analyse every move before you made it. I think you expect the worst to happen each time you start a new job, and then, of course, it does. Joanne's brows lifted, and she eyed her friend with an anxious expression. Please don't tell me you're fed up with all my moaning and are going to dump me too. Colleen chuckled, and her dark eyes twinkled. I'll never dump you. Remember how we became blood sisters all those years ago? Joanne winced. I remember we used a rusty penknife. I still think that it was a miracle that neither of us got blood poisoning. Colleen put her arm round her friend's shoulder. See what I mean? I just remember that it made us sisters for life. Something good will turn up for you soon. I'm sure it will. I wish I was as optimistic. There's no job on the horizon. My savings are perilously low. I won't be able to keep up the rent on my flat indefinitely. I don't intend to burden Mum and Dad either, now that they're retired. They deserve to enjoy life at last. They shouldn't have to worry about supporting their grown-up daughter. I haven't yet told them that I'm out of a job again. The sweet bag rustled as Colleen pushed it haphazardly back into her bag. You know, if the worst comes to the worst, you can always move in with me. That's lovely of you, thank you, but I have to stand on my own feet. I'm praying I'll find a regular job soon. I'm prepared to fill shelves or stand behind a stall in the market selling parsnips and potatoes or deliver the morning paper. I'll do anything that brings in some regular money. Those kinds of jobs don't pay much. You'd have to take on 2 or 3 of them just to make ends meet. Are you quite sure you don't want me to ask my boss if there's an opening with us? Joanne shook her head, and her copper hair swung in heavy waves around her face. No way. If I caused disruption in your office, it might boomerang and get you into trouble for recommending me. I have to find something on my own. Colleen looked up. My stop coming up. Want to come to an exhibition of Georgian furniture at the Sutton Gallery tomorrow evening? It might take your mind off your troubles. Joanne sighed and shook her head. I can't afford to go to any exhibitions, and I'm not as wild about antique furniture as you are. You know that very well. But you humour me constantly by coming along when I ask. I'll treat you. Sounding quite determined, Joanne replied, If I can't pay my own way, I won't come. Although, thank you for asking me. When I have a steady income, I'll come with you to as many exhibitions, displays, and expositions as you like, promise. Well, why don't you at least come home with me now? We can have something to eat and a night in with the telly. Joanne shook her head. Thanks, but you know I hate travelling on the Underground late at night. Colleen grabbed her bag and stood up as the train approached her destination. She looked down at her friend and smiled. Joanne certainly did stand out in a crowd with that hair and those beautiful green eyes. She'd been blessed by the gods, or cursed, whichever way you looked at it. We'll get together on Saturday as usual. Joanne nodded. Of course. The doors slid open and Colleen skipped out onto the platform. With another quick glance in Joanne's direction, she joined the stream of people heading for the exit. The doors closed and the train set off for the next stop.